Alright, might be a kind of quick one today. I wanted to comment on the quality of some of these videos because I have eyes and I have noticed that they're not quite, and I don't care. The important thing is that they're being done. And I've made a commitment to post a video each day. The reason for that is, more than anything at this stage in this journey, is to hone my craft. I know I have some great stuff that I really want to get out there. I know that I can do a lot of the components well, but there are elements that I can't, and one of those that I've never been very good at is consistency. And one of the things that I have always let get in my way of being consistent is my perfectionism. And this is a core ADHD trait. And so look, I'll address this part too, right? So this channel hasn't yet been fully clearly defined, where I would be talking about ADHD, the content that I talk about with my ADHD clients in my ADHD coaching. But it's not like all that we ever do or think about is having ADHD. We're human beings who happen to have ADHD. And if what I do in my coaching is to help people have incredible lives, that involves talking about all sorts of things. Anything that has anything to do with having a good life or living better is involved, but of course there's content relevant to, a lot of the things that I talk about are therefore universal. And I may occasionally sprinkle in things that are specifically useful for ADHD. There are some things that I might talk about purely from that ADHD focus, which are not as valuable for the, general population, public, whatever. But right now we're not getting to any of that. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm building consistency and I'm getting it done. I'm very, very influenced by a video that I saw that I'll put somewhere. I don't even know how that part works yet. YouTube is a new platform, but I'll put a link somewhere because I've seen that's a thing that can be done. At the very least, I'll put it in the description below. And it's about either it's the Church of Done or maybe even the Cult of Done. The point of doing things is to have them done. The point of having something done is so that you can go and do the other thing. So often in my life, I have been unable to do a lot of steps because they needed to be perfect or they wouldn't get done at all. I don't know how to explain this next part in the depth that I want to make it ADHD relevant, but people with ADHD, we are often, when we're in that hyper-focused, switched on, super high productivity level, the things we can achieve are truly sensational. And in those moments, what we're capable of is kind of near perfection. And it creates this benchmark, this internal expectation that what we do should be as perfect. And if it's not, well, it's not worth doing. I'm just as guilty of that as anyone. And so the last few videos, I've been fairly happy with what I've said and how I've said it. But what's happened a couple of times is that when I've uploaded onto YouTube, like I've put it in some editing software, I've gone over it, it's looked pretty nice, but then when I've uploaded it, it's had some very strange and very hard to miss issues with, like, my face being like almost fluorescent in how exposed it is. Those are issues that are only happening as I'm uploading it onto YouTube. They're not in the actual file itself. Old me, and I'm talking like weeks ago me, would have gone, oh, well, it's screwed. I can't upload that then. It's not good enough. Throw it in the bin. And then I will, or at least I would then say, well, I have to solve this problem first before I can post this. And that might have taken me hours, days, perhaps, or long enough to deter me entirely. But I'm not letting it. I'm posting it knowing that it's not near my standards, but accepting that my standards are stupidly high. And is this probably well below them? Yeah, it is. But that's okay, because it's getting done. And if I continue at this pace, at this rate, it will continue to get done. And the last few days, well, since the start of the year when I've started posting in earnest, I haven't had the time or the space to do all the other things that I'm planning to get around to doing. Setting up my better cameras and clearing up SD cards so I can blah, blah, blah. There's steps involved, and I have a whole lot of equipment that's going to make things way better. And old me would have waited until I'd set that all up. Old me would have let those things be a barrier to getting something posted. And here, right now, is this perfect? By the time it's uploaded, will these lighting issues be fixed? Probably not, because I don't know what's causing them. Maybe they're not, but maybe maybe they'll be there, maybe they won't, but I won't have the time or energy to be fixing them now. I'll just be, crossing my fingers. But I'm posting this. Yet, even in doing so, I'm building my muscle of consistency. I'm maintaining my commitment to myself, which is going to give me some more sweet reinforcing dopamine. And I'm getting better. I'm getting more comfortable in front of the screen. I'm getting more comfortable talking. I'm getting more and more practice so that even if this video itself isn't that terrific, and hey, if you've watched it this far, I really appreciate it and I'm thrilled. I would love to know what about it so far was actually so interesting to you to keep you to this point. But odds are you're not. Odds are no one's ever going to see this far into it. But that doesn't matter to me right now in this stage of the journey, because it's getting done. And that is by far the most important thing, because if I keep getting it done, I'm just going to get better and better and better. More than if I sat there waiting to try to do anything perfect and therefore not doing anything at all. Because there's no progress from inaction, obviously. And I'm making progress right this second. And it's not pretty. And it's below my standards. And I still could not be more proud of myself for getting this up and out there. So go me. Alright, thanks for watching. Whatever you made of this one, I appreciate it. If you've stuck around for this, you'll really like when I post way better actual proper things. So you don't have to hit like, but you should subscribe. There's more things coming, and they're going to be better. Alright, see you tomorrow.